The biggest thing that we find is when people come in, and it's generally the friend of the person that didn't come intentionally for a hat. I don't really suit a hat, and once they've tried one on, within 5 or 6 minutes, you know, they're probably the one who's going to walk out with one. I mean, we are still doing replicas of you know, hats in the late 1800s, when Hills Hats was 1875, so we were making 4 services at that time. But you can see what I'm doing there. You just can't do that with a lot of uniform caps. So it just conforms to all shapes of heads and so on, so it just sort of works really well. They're heavily involved in the detailing of the hand embroidery with the badge in the middle there. So we actually source those from 2 different suppliers off straw and assemble it here. Likewise, we send base material up to get these all hand embroidered as well, so the detailing and the leafing in there. Great cap. So this is the main room. At the moment we've got predominantly army and oilskin going through, but it would look totally different yesterday. Because we're so small and boutique, it sort of changes not only in style by colour in comparison to doing 3,000 of navy. I mean, a big run for us is anything from, you know, 2 to 500 units. Felt's probably one of the better mediums to use in this format. When you start to use, you know, synthetic materials, very, very sensitive to heat. As we just said, this is for a cut edge, so we're actually literally just making a mark in regards to where these will be hand cut, and then they're sanded back by hand. And that timing there with the heat is probably about right. So you can see that there's still quite a bit of moisture inside that. We always like our felts after it's gone into the first blotching machine to sort of have at least a day to dry. We haven't replaced one staff member with the machine. It's just not the nature of our business. It's all very hand crafted and intense. When we first were involved with Hills, which was coming up 20 years ago, we used to have like a 40-foot container and then a 20-foot container of finished product arriving, and that was basically what we went to market with. Now we don't even have a container. We couldn't fill even a 20-foot container of components. You know, it's all made here. The focus is made in New Zealand. Our main objective is to get it to a really strong position in export. Be true to the brand, be true to New Zealand made. I mean, there's a lot of you know, countries, even Australia, that are jealous with the amount of manufacturing that still goes on here in New Zealand. Certainly the Made in New Zealand label in Australia is really well embraced. You know, we would go through and say, when's your buying season start? And they'll, oh, don't worry, come when you're ready, your stuff's different. But that doesn't mean it's a given. We still have to come up with new ideas and keep improving every year. We'll be here hopefully for another 143 years. Well, we won't be. As I say, we're caretakers.